Okay, all are false. All are false. Next. Okay. Insured deposits, okay, in cases of bank closures, are aggregated by PDIC on a per bank basis. Okay, whether such is in the name of the depositor or for his or her benefit. Okay, tama ito, per bank basis. Alright, tama yan. So, hindi naman yung maximum mo, yung statutory mo, okay, ano yan, sa bawat bangko. Okay, yung maximum deposit insurance mo per bank lang. Ngayon, itong second portion yan, whether it is in your name or in the name of another person, pero ikaw ang beneficiary. Okay, so, again, in the name of the depositor, nakapangalan sa'yo, ito namang for your benefit, nakapangalan sa ibang tao, pero ikaw ang beneficiary. Alright? So, what does that mean? Ito yung mga di ba, may nakikita ka mga problems na in trust for, yung mga ganyan, ito yun, for your benefit. Basta as long as ikaw yung beneficiary, counted pa rin yun. Okay, joint accounts are insured separately. Okay, from individual accounts and from other joint accounts. Okay, tama yun. Okay? Pero may limit lang, syempre. Yung kahit na insured siya separately from other joint accounts, ang nangyayari dyan is, sa dulo, ina-aggregate din. Okay, yung maximum deposit limit mo. Ay, deposit insurance limit. Okay, pero true yan. Okay, true yan. Now, theoretically, the maximum amount the depositor can claim from PDIC is 1 million. Okay? Theoretically. True ito. Okay, this one is true. Okay, true. Okay, true. Kasi, 500,000 dun sa single account, okay, yung individual account, and then yung total ng lahat ng joint account mo, 500,000. So, theoretically, 1 million. Yan. Now, take note lang. Okay, take note. Okay, take note. Lagyan natin. Lagyan natin ng note. Sige. Okay? Take note lang, guys. Take note. Okay, take note of this one. Okay, take note of this one. Starting. Okay, starting March 15, 2025. Okay? Starting March 15, 2025. Okay? Ang maximum deposit insurance coverage will become 1 million pesos. Alright? Again, starting March 15, 2025. Okay? Starting March 15, 2025. What happened? The maximum deposit insurance coverage is now 1 million pesos. So, ibig sabihin, yung individual accounts, from 500, magiging 1 million. Yung joint accounts, from 500, magiging 1 million rin. Alright? So, theoretically, after March 15, or starting March 15, theoretically, ang maximum mong makukuha sa PDIC is now 2 billion na. Okay, 2 million pa. Magdodoble. Alright? So, again please take note of that one. Okay, please take note of that one. So, our answer here is, oops, balik natin sa highlighter. Okay, balik natin. All are. Next. Okay. Consider the following. Bakit may except? Paki-ano na lang to. Okay, paki-ignore to. Wala ito. Wala. Patungan natin. Black. Okay, wala yan. Please ignore that one. Wala yan. Now, okay, when a bank is closed, okay, by the monetary board, shall become a receiver. Okay? This one is false. Okay, bakit? Once a bank is closed, wala na pong assessment ng rehabilitation. Diretso na po ng liquidation. Yan. Okay, wala na yan ha. Walang ganyan. Alright? Once a bank is closed by the monetary board, diretso na po ng liquidation niya. Wala na. Okay? Wala na pag-asa yan. In other words. Okay? Next, statement 2. Okay? Ano ba ito? PDIC may terminate. Okay? PDIC may terminate the insured status of a bank. Okay? The insured status of a bank for violating a cease and desist order. Okay? For violating a cease and desist order. Violating a cease and desist order. Okay? This one is true also. Hindi. This one is true pala. Okay? This one is true. Alright? Now, terminate the insured status of a bank. So, syempre, kapag terminated ang insured status mo, wala nang deposit insurance coverage yan. Okay? Pero hindi naman yan pwedeng gawin basta-basta. Hindi man yan, kunyari, ayaw lang ni PDIC. There are specific grounds na pwede mong gamitin, na kailangan mong gamitin para maging applicable yan. Alright? Now, next. Okay, next. PDIC, acting as liquidator, okay, liquidator na siya, may resort to either or a combination mo. Okay, conventional, at saka yung purchase of assets and assumption of liability. True yan. Okay, true yan. Pwede niyang gamitin kahit alin, or pwede niyang gamitin sabay. Okay, in combination. Okay lang. Kasi ang gusto nga dito is magkaroon ng orderly na liquidation ng bangko. Para ma-maximize ang value ng asset, tapos mag-preserve yung credit ng kanyang mga pinagkakautangan. Okay? So, true din yan. So, our answer here is, of course, ito. Okay? Number 6. Okay, number 6. Ano ba tayo? Ayan. All depositors of a closed bank, okay? Of a bank ordered closed by the monetary board, okay, are, ano na ito? Are what? Ano na? Ano gagawin nila dito? Ayan. Required to file claims. Okay? So, all depositors daw, are required to file claims. Ayan, guys, ay false. Okay, false yan. Ay, bakit yun? Okay, false yan. Bakit? Why is this one false? Alright? Kasi di ba remember, meron pong mga depositor na hindi required na mag-file ng claim. Okay? Kasi yung claim, guys, medyo formal document na talaga yan. Okay? Kumbaga, totohanan na yan. And it will, it's a bit tedious. Okay? Although, hindi naman siya overly complicated. Pero, formal document kasi yan. Okay? So, some depositors, or at least, yung enumerated ng PDIC, hindi na nila nire-require to file claims or formal claims para ma-process. Okay? Next. Okay, PDIC has the power to refuse payment, okay, to a depositor whose deposit account was funded by ransom money from kidnapping. Okay? Now, this one is also true. Okay, bakit? Di ba remember, merong listahan tayo ng deposits na hindi babayaran ni PDIC, and one is yung related to unlawful activities, yung sa AMLA. Eh, di ba, isa doon, di ba? Kidnap for ransom, kasama sa unlawful activities yan. So, hindi babayaran ni PDIC. True yun. Okay? Now, when the deposit insurance claim has already prescribed, the depositor no longer go after PDIC, okay, or the closed bank. This one is false, guys. Okay, this one is false. Okay, bakit? Kasi, yes, merong time period para kay PDIC. Okay? Pero, syempre, kapag nag-prescribe yung insurance claim mo kay PDIC, that does not mean na hindi mo na pwedeng habulin yung bangko. Pwede mo pa rin habulin yung bangko. Yun nga lang, pipila ka na doon. Ay, pipila ka na doon. So, this one, guys, is false. Alright? False ito. Kapag nag-prescribe yung sa PDIC, pwede ka pa rin pumunta doon sa bangko for payment. Meaning, pipila ka sa liquidation. Okay? So, the answer here is ito. Only 2 are false. Okay? Next. Okay? This one. Okay. The following exceptions, so bank, secrecy. Okay? The following exceptions apply to secrecy of bank deposits. Okay? Both local and foreign currency. Sorry. Both foreign and local currency. Ignore mo na lang tong Philippine peso. Sorry na doble lang. Okay? Pero local and foreign currency yan. Okay? Local and foreign currency. So, ano rin yung common exception? Ano rin yung common exception? Okay, ito. Okay, written permission. Siyempre. Tama, di ba? Okay, FRIA. Common yan. Okay, regardless of the denomination. Currency. AMLA. Okay? And the unlawful activities. True din yan. Alright? So, common exceptions po ito. Okay? So, all are true. Next. Except for matters relating to bank deposits, a bank is allowed to freely disclose information about funds. Okay, this one is false. Okay? False to. Bakit? Kasi, remember, kahit na hindi tungkol sa bank deposit, yung banko, guys, is still, the policy of the bank is still secrecy. Kailangan mo pa rin ng subpoena bago niya i-disclose yung mga information na yan. It just so happen na kapag bank deposit, meron pang ibang set of rules. Alright? Now, next, an investment is not considered an investment, okay, is never protected by bank secrecy. Alright, this one is false. Okay, this one is false. Bakit? Diba remember dun sa Republic Act 1405, kasama yung investment, aside from deposit, kasama yung investment in government fund. Yung 1405 po, yan yung bank secrecy ng local currency, ng pesos. Okay, doon po, yung bank secrecy ng pesos, it includes, aside from deposits talaga, investments in government fund. Alright? So, false ito. Kasi nakalagay never protected. Now, next, bank deposits which belong to a deceased person, okay, bank deposits which belong to a deceased person are beyond the scope of bank secrecy laws. Ay, hindi. Okay? May bank secrecy pa rin yan. Kasi di ba pag deceased, ano lang nangyari? Nalipat lang yung ownership, di ba? So, meron ka pa rin bank secret. Although, maging subject ka ng ilang exception, pero still, subject ka pa rin sa bank secret. Alright? So, what's our answer here? All are false. Okay? Next. Consider the following. Okay, Republic Act 1405 has a wider coverage. Okay, true. Okay, this one is true. Kasi remember, di ba sa 1405, ang covered is deposit and investment in government bond. Whereas ito, yung 6426, di ba sa foreign currency yan, deposit lang talaga. Alright? Republic Act 14 allows for more exceptions. True din yan. Kasi if you take a look at the law, dito po, di ba may exception yung consent, impeachment, subject matter of litigation, court orders, di ba? Marami. Pero pag tinignan mo yung 6426, Republic Act 6426, isa lang ang exception talaga dyan. Yung written consent lang. Okay? So, if you just take a look at the law, yung batas nila, mas marami talaga yung exceptions yung 14. Okay? Now, provides for a shorter prison time and a smaller fine. Okay, this one is false naman. Okay, if you take a look at the penalties, guys, parehas lang yun. Okay, actually, meron ang pinagkaiba lang nila, ito kasi, okay, itong sa 6426, merong range. Pero yung mga maximum niya, parehas lang nito. Alright, so false yan. Alright, so, our answer there is only 2 are true. Okay? Next. Okay. Banks are required to disclose to the Treasurer of the Philippines certain information about a bank account that qualify as claim. Alright? So, of course, this is true. Di ba? Ito yung unclaimed balances. Okay, true yan. Diba? Exception yan, common, both to pesos and then foreign currency. Okay? Unclaimed balances. Next, the BIR can require deposit information by virtue of letters of authority. Okay? This one is false. Okay, remember, yung BIR, okay, pwede lang niyang kunin yung bank information mo, okay, in 3 instances, di ba? Ano lang yon, yung determination of the gross estate, okay, tapos, compromise due to inability to pay, and then yung isa, yung hindi masyadong common, yung exchange of information. Okay, so false yan ha. And statement 3, PDIC can perform bank examinations meron pa rin naman siya, bank examination, under certain circumstances. This is still true. Kahit na nabawasan na po yung powers ng PDIC, meron pa rin naman siyang nare-retain na konting powers with regard to bank examination. Okay? So, our answer here is, siyempre, ito, only 2 are true. Okay? Now, consider the following. Okay. In proceedings for removal of the chairperson of the Commission on Human Rights, an inquiry into the peso bank accounts may be made. Hindi pwede. Bakit? Di ba impeachment? Okay? Impeachment lang yung pwede. Tapos, removal yan ng di ba, ng Constitutional Commission. Hindi po kasali doon ito. Okay? Hindi siya kasali. So, hindi mo pwedeng gamitin yung exception. Okay? Now, in proceedings relating to rescission, okay, despite full payment of the price, the bank deposit of the seller may be examined. False. Kasi hindi naman yun yung subject matter of litigation. Kasi rescission nga di ba? Hindi naman yan. Okay? Hindi yan yung subject matter of litigation, guys. Alright? Yung breach ang importante dyan. Now, in proceedings relating to settlement of a deceased person, the bank deposit of the accused, deceased, dapat yan. Deceased. Okay, sorry. Deceased dapat yan. Okay? The bank deposit of the deceased, whether in pesos or foreign currency, may be examined. This one is true. Okay, bakit? Kasi remember, settlement of estate, kasama sa estate yan Di ba? Kasama yan sa estate. So, pwede mo tignan. Alright? So, our answer there is only 2 are false. Okay? This one. If the creditor of B filed and won a case for collection against the latter, the court ordered B's account to be garnished. Okay? 100,000 US dollars. Okay? B objected on the ground that garnishment violation the law on bank secret. Okay? The answer here, guys, is, siyempre, B is correct. Di ba exempt yung foreign currency from garnishment, execution, yung mga ganyan, di ba? Except yan. Now, isang instance lang yung exceptional, di ba? Yung kapag transient ang may-ari. Okay? Pag transient yung may-ari, yun, pwede mong i-garnish yan. Okay? Pero generally speaking, hindi pwede yon. Alright? So, our answer is letter B. Alright. Next. Okay? The Financial Action Task Force is an interagency governmental body, okay, which ministers, okay, the following statements pertain, except. So, lahat yan, guys, true. Okay? Except, syempre. Oops, hindi yan. Okay? Ay, ito nga, tama. Yan, that one. This one is false. Bakit? The FATF cannot issue freeze order. The FATF cannot perform bank inquiry. Hindi pwede. Sino ba gumagawa niya? Siyempre, yung Anti-Money Laundering Council. Okay? Pero all the others, tama yun. I-note mo na lang. Okay? Next. According to AMLA, the following pertain to a freeze order issued by the Court of Appeal, except. So, hinahanap mo, again, except na naman. Hinahanap mo yung except. Okay. Again, guys, tama lahat yan, except this one. Okay? Mali yan. Bakit? Kasi, immediately effective, 20 days. 20. Okay? Hindi po 30. 20 days. Okay? 20 po ha, 20. So, all the others are okay, except ito. Okay? O, ito, bonus round. Okay? The law defining AMLA, okay, over the years, has gone through several amendments. But it has gone. Oh, bakit gone? It has gone through. Okay, sorry. It has gone through. Okay? Typo, I'm sorry. Okay, the latest one being, so, ano raw yung latest amendment kay AMLA? Of course, we know that is RA 1121. Okay? So, yan yung latest, to date, yan pa lang naman. Now, number 4. AMLA. Okay, the term unlawful activity may refer to any of the following except, di ba, remember, merong listahan ng unlawful activities, di ba? May listahan ng unlawful activities. So, alin daw yung hindi? Now, iniba ko lang yung names, guys, iniba ko lang yung names. Remember, yung estafa, yan yung swindling, or yung yung panloko. Article 315, 316, and other deceits. Ano yung hacking and cracking? Violation yan ng Electronic Commerce Act. Again, nandun yan sa unlawful activity. Violation of Electronic Commerce Act. Ano yung unfair competition? Ito po ay isang violation ng Intellectual Property Code. Nandun din yan sa listahan natin, di ba? Alright? Now, of course, kung tama yung tatlo, alin lang yung except? Alin yung mali? This one. Eh sir, bakit? Di ba kasama ng tax evasion? Remember guys, tax evasion, or specific kasi yung nilagay ng APLA. Tax evasion is punished under section 254 of the NIRC. Ano yung 254? Willful intent to evade taxes. Okay, willful intent to evade taxes yun. Ngayon itong failure to file tax returns, that falls under section 255. So hindi ito kasali. Remember specific po yung nilagay ng AMLA. Specific specific yun. Now, section 254. Ito pong letter D, nasa section 255 ito ng NIRC. So hindi siya kasali. Okay? So take note of that one. Now, according to AMLA, the following pertain to a freeze order issued by the AMLC except na naman. So remember guys, yung freeze order pwede manggaling sa Court of Appeals or pwede manggaling sa AMLC mismo, depending on the circumstances. Okay, pakinote po kung kailan yun pakinote kung kailan. Now, the answer here guys is this one. Okay, the freeze order shall be effective until the lapse of 6 months. Hindi po. Pag galing sa AMLC, ibig sabihin targeted financial sanction yun. Kapag targeted financial sanction yan, okay, yan ay nanggaling sa isang UN resolution. Okay? So, gaano katagal ang freeze order pag galing dyan? Okay? The freeze order shall be effective until the basis of its issuance has been lifted. Okay? So, hanggang nandun. Alright? So, hanggang nandun, yung ano natin, yung resolution, ay hindi po mawawala yung freeze order na yan. So, basically, indefinite yan. Okay? Basically, indefinite. Alright? Sige. So, number 5, letter B first. O, bonus round ulit. Okay, what is the proper order of the stages of money laundering? Okay, stages. Okay, of course, alam natin yan. Letter B ang sagot. Okay? Next. Under AMLA, the term covered transaction refers to. Alright? Now guys, the answer dito is, okay, alam naman natin siguro, the answer here is all false. Okay, bakit? Remember guys, remember. Dapat po in excess or exceeding. Hindi po at least. Dapat po exceeding. Okay? So, exceeding 1 million, exceeding 5 million, exceeding 7 million. So, therefore, lahat yan mali. All are false. Okay? Next, number 8. Okay. CTRs are filed within 5 working days. Okay? CTR, 5 working days. Yung CTR, guys, ano yan? A covered transaction report. STR naman, yan ay suspicious transaction report. That is true. Okay, 5 working days, next working day. Okay? Now, bank inquiry order, main account, related account, during an election period. True din yan. Okay? Ano lang ang bawal sa election period? Yung forfeiture at saka yung freeze orders. Okay? Yun yung mga bawal. Yung mga bawal yan. Pero pag bank inquiry, okay lang. Now, forfeiture, penalty, conviction, or original civil action. Pwede. Di ba remember yung forfeiture natin? Pwede siyang kasama ng criminal case or pwede siyang i-file ng sarili niya. Civil case yun. Okay? So that one is also true. So, our answer for number 8 is letter A. Number 9. Okay, the land register of deeds. Okay, never. Okay, never file CTR, never file STR. This is true. Okay, ang nanggagaling lang po sa Land Registration Authority or LRA is what they call an RTR, Realty Transaction Report. Okay, yun lang ang nanggagaling sa kanila ha. They never file CTR, they never file it. Okay, next. Mali, tanggalin mo itong both. Wala ito. Okay, this one is typo. Alright? So for financial institutions, okay, under BSP, IC, or SEs, okay, the threshold, okay, for CTR is in excess of 500, 1 million. Guys, this one is, okay, this one is what? This one is false. Okay, this one is false. Okay, this one is false. Bakit? Bakit yan false? Remember guys, itong 1 million, para kanino ba yan? Di ba, jewelers at saka precious metals and precious stones. Hindi naman sila under dito sa mga to. Okay? At saka hindi naman sila financial institution. Yung 5 million, sino yan? Casino. Hindi rin sila under dito sa tatlong to. Alright? Yung 7.5 million, sino yan? Real estate developer, real estate broker. Hindi naman sila under sa mga taong ito. So remember guys, pag financial institution, 500. Okay? Yung 1 million, 500, 1 million, 5 million, 7.5 million. These are for entities na, di ba yung designated, non-financial, businesses, and professions. Okay? So hindi sila falling under the first category. So false yan. Okay? And statement 3, any person may file an STR regardless of amount. False dito. Okay? Mali yan. Bakit? Hindi po any person. Okay? Hindi po kahit sino. Okay? Hindi kahit sino pwede mag-file nito. Remember, dapat ikaw ay covered. Okay? Dapat ikaw ay covered person. Okay? Covered person ka dapat. Alright? So, our answer here is this one. Only 2 are false. And lastly, for AMLA, number 10, whenever a private person is involved in money laundering, only the regional trial court has jurisdiction or power to try the case. This one is, okay, this one is, sorry, private person, okay, only the regional trial court. Mali ito. Alright, this one is false. Kasi remember guys, kunyari, yung private person ay in cahoots or nakipagkontsaba or ang tawag nila in conspiracy sa isang public official, ay hindi po regional trial court yun. Sa Sandigan Bayan kapatid. Okay? So remember, general rule lang po ito. Okay, general rule. However, if the private person is in conspiracy with a public official, then sa Sandigan Bayan ka pupunta. Okay? Next. Beneficial ownership is an obligation. Okay? Except if the customer is low risk. This one is false, guys. Okay, false. Okay, bakit siya false? Kasi this one needs to be performed regardless of the risk level. So, kahit low risk ka, kailangan pa rin ma-identify ang beneficial ownership. Okay? So, and statement 3, no records, okay, whether active or closed, may be kept beyond 5 years. Okay, from the date of the transaction. Ay, transaction natin. Okay. Why is this one false once again? Okay. Why is this false once again? Now remember guys, generally tama naman yung 5 years, di ba? 5 years from the transaction kung active yung file, or 5 years from the date of closure kung terminated na yung account. However, ang exception po dyan is, kunyari may nakafile na kaso relating to these things. Bakit? Kailangan mo guys na itago yun for as long as the case is active, yung kaso. Habang umaandar ang kaso, kailangan mo itago yung file or yung records. Bakit? Kasi gagamiting ebidensya yun. di ba? Habang nandyan yung possibility na gamitin siya as evidence, dapat nakapreserve yung records na yan. Okay? So, yun yung exception natin. So, there are times na even beyond the 5-year period, nakatago pa rin ng records. Kailan yon? Kapag merong pending na kaso. Alright? So, our answer for number 10 is, of course, letter